Okay, y'all. So we got Trench's news allegedly, because they say his name's the paperwork, but from the paperwork I've seen, I think it says his initials, and I think his initials match his real name. But allegedly, they got him on the FBG Duck um, paperwork, the case, and allegedly he was somehow involved with the whole O Block 5 plus THF TZ, because you can't forget TZ because he's the one who gave the location to the niggas from O Block. So, but apparently, Trench's News is a informant for the feds. He's been an informant for a while, they say, but it's like it's weird. But I seen his video, responding to the bloggers and everything, and I feel like he never actually admitted or didn't admit. He just kind of like was skating around it. Like he didn't really say whether he did it or not. Like if he snitched or not. My bad. He didn't really say it, but it's like it was weird. Like I feel like he tried to like basically say y'all just use my name for clout basically, and then like he tried to take the peace route, I guess, because he made two videos about it, and I was like, that's weird. And then it was like he didn't really admit to it, but he didn't exactly deny it. And so I feel like when you do that instead of just coming out and saying you didn't, it's kind of like you probably did it. Like you probably did it, and it was like it probably would be better if you just admitted to you doing it, because you already look suspicious anyway. Because when everything came out, you kind of disappeared. Like people gonna notice that. Like it's like, yeah, he kind of got a point. It's like, well, it's like damned if you do, damned if you don't. Depending on when he responded or whether he responded, how long it took him to respond. But it was like, okay, you finally did respond, but then you didn't exactly agree or deny. The only thing he denied was being in like witness protection, and he's probably not in witness protection because it's like he wouldn't be making videos still, because I don't think he would be allowed to do that. But I feel like that's the only thing he really denied. But I just feel like it's not even necessarily about like the snitching thing per se, because it's like you kind of just got a weird energy about you. Like you wear a mask all the time. That's kind of weird. Like, and we're not talking about like COVID masks. You wear a whole mask to cover like damn near your whole face. Only thing you can see is your eyes. That's strange. And it's like, oh, people could try to defend it and be like, that's his character, whatever. It adds on to everything, but it's like it doesn't really. Like it's like you go in interviews and you wearing the mask too. Like that's weird. But um, it's like it. I feel like a lot of people have like stories about him, and it's kind of like he's always been kind of questionable and grimy, you know. And he's even admitted himself that he's been, kind of grimy a bit. But it's like I couldn't understand it. It's like again, it's not exactly even about the snitcher per se. It's just like, who are you as a person? Because it's like, I feel like you try to go the peace route, and I was like, I feel like that's a weird way to try to take your name out of it so people will stop talking about it. Because it's like, yes, you could be pushing for peace, but what does that have to do with this particular situation? Because let's say that you actually did give them information. What exactly, like, what were you exactly doing it for? Because don't tell me it was for Duck, because that wouldn't be true. Like, I can't believe that. Like, you just was like, oh man, I love Doug so much, and I want him to get justice. Cause I don't believe that. Yeah, I don't think anybody would believe that. Like, it's no way. Like, and it's like I feel like you were just too cool with too many people, and not in a way where it was like you hang with a whole bunch of people from one side and then other different people from another side. Like, you were hanging with both, and it's like you've been caught in too many situations, too many, coincidences, and then you have all these stories. It's kind of weird. Like, it just looks questionable all around. Like, it looks very questionable. It's like, yes, the whole thing with the old Black Five and how they did things and what they did to Duck wasn't exactly the right way to go about it. Like, they did it in broad daylight downtown in a tourist spot, basically, with a whole bunch of white people. So of course the feds got involved, but also it's like, you the way they did that, like, yeah, they probably would have got caught anyway. But how do we know that for sure? You know what I'm saying? And the fact that you're saying that makes me feel like you got more insight on this than you should. But is but apparently, he wasn't the only one. I believe they said FBG Butter and Los Mana, but we already knew Butter was been telling things, so that's nothing new. But Los Mana too. I mean, I feel like really all of this is like, I feel like nobody in the old Black Five thing should even be saying anything, cause like, y'all gonna get what y'all gonna get regardless. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like they all should just be quiet. But as far as Trenches News, it's like, you come from all of that, regardless of whether you not in it anymore. It's like, if you're not gonna be in it, then don't be in it altogether. Like, like, don't try to like give information on certain shit, because you know what comes with that. If that's what you're doing. Like, if you're gonna be out of it, stay out of it 1,000%. Like, don't be in it and then you doing other stuff, and it's like people questioning your character at this point. Like, people can't tell you nothing. Like, people are probably like, gotta look over their shoulder, because they probably done did some things around you or told you some things, and they don't know if they safe, because you looking shaky right now. Like, like, that's weird. Like, I don't know exactly how that's all gonna play out, but it's like every month there's always some information coming out about it. It's always with this case, and it's like, Doug passed away, what, 2020? So it's just like, it's 2023, almost 2024. We were watching this whole thing play out, you know. But that's crazy. Like, a lot of people were not too happy with Churches about this whole situation. Me personally, I never really watched too many of his videos. His vibes is kind of off. I could never get into his videos like that, but I don't know. I feel like somebody who wear a mask to cover their face all the time. There's something weird about that. There's something very weird about that. And then it's like, he started his page like literally not too long before Duck passed away. It's just too many coincidences, and I'm not even a conspiracy type of person, but it's just when it keeps, you know, things keep clashing too many times like that, it starts to look really crazy. Yeah, and I feel like again, I was like, I watched his responses to everything. It was like, I don't feel like he really denied or confirmed whether he actually told or not. I feel like the only thing he denied was being in the witness protection program, which is like, why would he, really need to be in it? It's like, he wear a mask there all the time anyway. Like, because unless you know him in person and you actually seen his face, only you would know what he looked like. But it's like, and I'm sure he's moved away somewhere, like not even nowhere near any of this. So, but I'm like, and you can't really be upset at the bloggers talking about it, because it's like, if this was any one of them, you'd be talking about it. So it's like that's real. That's kind of hypocritical. You know what I'm saying? Whether it was true or not, like, cause you've had to talk about things before if you heard about it. So, but yeah, uh, that whole situation is crazy. But I'm sure there'll be more information to come out. I just hope, Mama Duck figures out what's going on too. Maybe she knows more, because I don't know if she really said anything. I think she still says she's rocking with George's News, so maybe she might know more. But it's like, as far as all of that, I would advise everybody to just be cautious, because it's like the feds are involved now. It's become a whole thing. It's not a situation nobody wants to be around. But let me know what y'all think. Y'all think he told or not? I don't know. It's still out. I feel like it's suspicious. I feel like he didn't really confirm or deny. So, but y'all let me know what y'all think, and leave some comments. And don't forget to like, subscribe. I'll be coming back with more videos. I'll catch y'all on the next one. Peace out.